And we will begin our Maariv service in just under 3 minutes. I hope everyone's had a wonderful, wonderful weekend and a very, very awesome Monday. Shalom, Amy, how are you? Shalom, Albert, how are you? And shalom, Barbara, how are you? I hope everyone's is having a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope everyone is doing well. We will begin our Maariv service in just under a minute. So I hope you're able to at least enjoy some good spring weather. I know it's kind of, at least here on the East Coast, we've had our intermittent moments of sunshine and warmth as well as rain. And so shalom, Ellen, how are you? So I hope you're able to take advantage of whatever the climate is bringing and whatever the season is bringing your way. We will begin our Maariv service in just under 1 minute. Shalom ve'erev tov, everyone. My name is Rabbi Deborah McKenzie. I am located in Clarksburg, Maryland, which is a suburb of Washington, D.C. I'm also a JSLI Rabbinical School alumna, which I learned today is actually celebrating its 10th year, which is amazing. We will be using the Rabbi Deborah Siddur in the online Siddurim. I think you may be able to access it on the website. I'm not sure. For me, the website isn't working yet, and it did. There were some issues that Rabbi Steve is taking care of. But we will be using the social media feeds of Facebook and YouTube. And shalom, Johnny. Shalom, Ty. How are you? How are you, everyone? So with that, let us welcome each other with the Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Behold how good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters to dwell together. Shalom, Ellen, how are you? How are you, everyone? I hope all of you have had a wonderful weekend, a very awesome Monday, and let the good in me connect with the good in others until all the world is transformed through the compelling power of love. Let us join together now with our call to worship and when the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Praise be the Lord unto whom all praises are due. Praise be the Lord unto whom all praises are due, now and forever. As the evening turns, as the afternoon turns into dusk, and we embrace the oncoming evening, let us give praise and honor for the change of day into night and night into day and all of our seasons and all that nature does to allow us to help keep time. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe. By your word is the evening dusk, and by your wisdom is the dawn. The day is designed wondrously, and the seasons are set in order, and by your will are the stars arranged in the sky. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. You create day and night, ruling light away from darkness and darkness away from light. Eternal God, your sovereignty shall embrace us forever. Praised are you, Adonai, for each evening's dusk. Baruch atah Adonai, ha-Maariv aravim. Amen. Shalom, Tziona, how are you? Let us go to the Ahavat Olam in English. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel and everyone from around the world. Let us join together with the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Eternal One is our God. The Eternal God is one. Let us go to the V'ahavta in English. And you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to do all these commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Shalom, Saliha. Shalom, Susan. How are you? I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful weekend and a very awesome Monday. Let us go to the Micha Mocha. Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai, Mi Kamocha Nedar Ba'Kodesh, Norati Lot Osef Eleh. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Let us go to the Hashkivenu, our requests for protection. Shalom, Chaplain Brody. Make us, Adonai, to lie down in peace, and awaken us again, our sovereign in life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us, and shelter us in the shadow of your wings. O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace, now and always. Praised are you, Adonai, eternal guardian of your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Shemer Amo Yisrael La'ad. Amen. Let us go to the Chatzi Kadesh. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemer Rabbah. Be'alma divrach rutei, Yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayedecho be'Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, u'v'zman kariv, v'yimaru, amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam olam me'amaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yipoar v'yiromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal. Shemei d'kudsha brichu, le'elam enko b'rchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'yimaru. Amen. At this time, let us have a moment of silent devotion, silent meditation, or silent reflection. And if you are using the Siddur, then you please feel free to go to page 13 for a little bit of Rav Nachman and the Indian River. At this time, let us go to Tefillat HaAmidah, and let us lift our spirits and raise our hearts and rise humbly in prayer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor, ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, ve'Koneh HaKol, V'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, U'mevii gola livnei v'neim, Leman shemo b'yahava, Melech ozer Moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai mechayeh hakol atah, Rav L'Hoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofe Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishene afar, mi chamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melach, melech memit umechaye, umatzliach Yeshua, v'ne'emar ata lechayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Well, at this time we come to the Hoda'ah portion of our service, time where we can just take a moment for ourselves, set aside all the daily cares, worries, concerns, things that are drawing your attention, things that are drawing from your energy. Just set all of that aside for a moment and just take that opportunity to breathe. Breathe in freedom just because you were able to release a breath, but also because you're able to set aside things for a moment. And I want you to just keep breathing and smile. And while you're doing that, smile because you've got so many things, so many precious points of light that have helped you on your journey that they're starting to come into your mind now. You know, I'm talking about the things that those achievements you've accomplished, the lessons you've learned, the loved ones you in your lives, the kindnesses and good fortunes you've shared and received, moments when you've had a joyful heart or felt sincere gratitude or sense of peace, or any of the many and varied blessings with which you have been blessed. Take a moment and embrace your journey. Be present in your journey with those. I'm going to read the Hoda'ah aloud while you do so. And if you are so inclined, please feel free to share at least one item for which you are truly truly thankful. We proclaim that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors throughout all time. You are the rock of our lives, the shield of our salvation in every generation. We thank you and praise you for our lives that are in your hand, for our souls that are in your charge, for your miracles that are with us daily, for your wonders and gifts that accompany us at all times, evening, morning, and noon. You are good and your mercy is everlasting. You are compassionate and your kindness never ending. We have always placed our hope in you. Amy is grateful that Tamara was there for her last night when she told her that she was irresponsible with her stimulus. And yes, you learned a lesson. Well, Amy, lessons learned is a wonderful thing. Ellen is grateful for this day and all who are in it. And Siona started a writer's challenge class today, which has already been very helpful. Johnny is thankful for new friends. Ty is grateful to be alive. Chaplain Brody is thankful for the little boy near Madison Square Park dancing. And Saliha is grateful for this wonderful community. I am grateful for all of you and the opportunity to be here for all of you. I am also grateful for all of our JSLI rabbis and Rabbi Steve Blaine and all of those who participate in our UJUC community. We actually had a meeting today, and I was so thankful to upcoming Rabbi Sarah Hanucha, who gave us insights on our response and responsibility for the state of Israel. It was a wonderful, wonderful session, and grateful for Rabbi Jordania for leading us in today's meeting. It has had a very lasting impression on me over the past couple of hours. So I want to thank you all. Barbara is grateful for her eyesight. And Albert's grateful that he can pray God's blessings over those whom he brings into his mind daily. Thank you all so much. The things that we really are grateful for, the things that these blessings, sometimes we lose sight of them in the course of going about our day and trying to make it through our usual minutia. So taking this moment to give thanks is special. And so for all these goodness and blessings, we shall ever praise and exalt you. May every living creature thank you and praise you faithfully, God of our deliverance and our help. Praised are you, Adonai, who is the essence of goodness, to whom it is worthy to give praise. Amen, the Amen. And thank you all so much. We in community, when we can do this, it's special when we're praying individually, but it is so uplifting when we can raise our collective vibrational energy together through sharing those blessings with which we have been blessed, and acknowledge them and be thankful for them. So thank you, because that energy we can easily store, but we also can use that energy for all those who are in need. And certainly it can be transformed to provide our prayers for all those who are in need of healing, who are in need of recovery, who are in need of restoration, who are in need of hope, comfort. encouragement, strengthening, and inspiration those who are in need of acceptance, those who are in need of solace, and those who are in need of peace. At this time, please type in the names of those for whom you want the prayer for healing said. And as I read each name aloud, let us please focus our collective healing energy to intend and pray for their healing, recovery, restoration, hope, strengthening, encouragement, inspiration, comfort, acceptance, solace, and peace. Shalom, Marvin, and Shalom, Osundu. Heal us, Adonai, and we shall be healed. Help us, and we shall be saved, for you are our glory. Grant complete and perfect healing for all of our afflictions. And may you who blessed our ancestors, may it be your will to send complete healing and restoration of body, mind, and soul to all those who are suffering physically and emotionally, physically and emotionally. Safir Batsiona, we keep her in prayer too, Tsiona. Ty's family, the Aryeh family, Chaim Ben Leah, Rachel, all those suffering physically and emotionally, Francis Johnson, Myrna, Sue Schimberg, Cynthia Baker, prayers for Ty's upcoming MRI liver appointment. Certainly Ty. Chelsea Bat Karen, Elizabeth Bat Margaret, Benjamin Noah Ben Chaya, Mary Aronofsky, Valerie, Aaron, Maddie, Trey, Malcolm, Rose, Amy, and Albert, Pam, Hazel, Rabbi Galit and her husband Bob, Janice, Jeffrey, Valerie Madison, Roland and Judy Hansen, family of rapper DMX, Brenda Morgan, Ruth Newman, and family of Dante Wright, Eric Ben Maggie, Jenny Batwana, Marlene Batchaya, Paula Bat Rose, Rabbi Galit, all refugees, victims of violence and survivors of violence, including the Floyd family. And if there are others, all Myanmar. If there are others, please feel free to type them in. Also include Rabbi Barry Altmar, Bimar Briggy Libet, Barbara. We include Barbara. Adrian and the Millsap family, the Whitehead and Tunic families, family and friends of Keith Jennings, Barbara Weintraub, Catherine Haley, the McCullough and Mitchell families, Michael Ben Sapora, Anthony Ward, Wendy Vogel, Patty Vogel, the Vogel family, Shandell Bat Sharon, Meir Ben Sorka, Hannah Bat Shandell, and Will. Leah, Adnom Gabru, Amy, the Orlandi family, the Kivett and Blaine families, Batya Malka Baspero Chaya, Susan, Chris, and Angie. We also include Ken, the Sudberg family, the James Adams, Williams, McKenzie, and Grant families, Bobby Joe Adams, are injured, as well as those family and friends of those who have perished due to tragedies of 2021. All those with COVID-19 related illnesses, as well as family and friends of those who perished due to COVID-19 related illnesses. Also our injured and wounded warriors and family and friends of those soldiers who've made the ultimate sacrifice our brothers and sisters in worship affected and impacted by causeless hatred, anti-Semitism, racism, misinformation, misunderstanding, and psychological and physiological inconsistencies that lead to violence and fatalities amongst assemblies. Williola, Fred, Sarah, Zechariah, Zephaniah, Tzion, Israela, Rob, Rich, the Peta and Dick Crescenta families, Aaron and Lucy, Aura, Marcia, Rachel, Bill, Gilaloma Bat Rachel, Ahavat Bat Miriam, Rav Jenny and her family, Rav Tony and his family, the Terry family, the Cohen family, the Argaby and Jakiri families, and Steve Davis, along with all others who suffer. And may those who tend to those who are ill, Adonai, including our front lines people, our first responders, our healthcare workers, our clergy, our teachers, may they be strengthened and encouraged so that we may serve by intending and attending to restoration, serving as an instrument of your healing and reflecting your blessing and goodness in their time of need. For you are the faithful and merciful God of healing. May this come to pass speedily in our day. Praised are you, Adonai, who is the healer of Israel, all people everywhere and all your creation. And let us say, Amen, v'amen. And for all those whose names we have said aloud, those amongst us tonight, those who share our space, as well as those who we hold dear in our hearts and in our minds, for them do we intend and pray for a complete and speedy refuah shlema. Amen. Amen. Shalom, Aunt Emily, how are you? At this time, let us count the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat haomer. Hayom shlosha ve'esrim yom shehem shlosha shavuot u'shnei yamim la'omer. Amen. We are in the 23rd day of the Omer. Let us go to the Aleinu. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liyotzeh breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu kimishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol amonam, v'anachnu kor'im, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. And it is said, and the Lord shall be sovereign over all the earth. And in that day shall the Lord be one, and Adonai's name one. Shalom v'laila tov, Roberto. How are you? At this time, let us remember those who have transitioned to the world beyond to their eternal rest. And even though we know that these precious and dearest souls are no longer with us physically, we treasure them, and as we do, we know that their lives, their legacies, their journeys are ever imprinted in our hearts and in our minds. Even with the passage of time, we still hold them ever, ever precious. If you are in mourning or are observing a yard site, please join me in saying the Mourner's Kaddish. And if you are so inclined, please feel free to type in the names of those whose memories you cherish and wish to honor this evening. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma di v'rach rute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'izman. Kari v'imru. Amen. Yehe shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'la'amei al-maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma. V'imru. Amen. Yehe shlamar Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. O say shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael. V'yal kol yoshvei tevel. V'imru. Amen. Tonight we remember all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. We remember Catherine Bat-Luli, Slia's grandma Zora. Remember Selma Bat-Ida and Jack Ben Zaydel. Remember Marvin's father, Joseph Gruber, Richard Rose, Richard Orr, Ted Wilcox. Remember Adam Toledo, Dante Wright, Officer Billy Evans, and all victims of violence. Remember Mary and Harry, Ty's sister Shane, Leslie, and if there are others. In the meantime, I will add Sarah Myers, Austin Cohen, Philip Moore, Spencer Nelson, Freddie James, Norman Love, Danielle Ben-Leah, Tom Sutphin, Cynthia Whiting, Angeline McKenzie Adams, Ken's grandmother, Goldie Cooper, Stephen Kivett, Leela Mae McCullough, Paul Morlandi Sr., Father Jack McCaslin, Sylvia DeCrescentapetta, Russ Wallace, Byron, TJ, Keith Jennings, Christopher Adams, Herbert James, David Lee Millsap, all those who have perished as a result of COVID-19 related illnesses, our soldiers and war fighters who've made the ultimate sacrifice, and all those who have perished in tragedies of 2021. And let me just... We also remember Robert Aronofsky and Carol Martin, Scott Whitehead, Benjamin Ben Rachel, Myron Linevsky, Isaiah, ZZ the Giraffe, April the Giraffe, Beverly Fletcher, Beverly Edenson, Wayne and Kat Bragg, Jenny Mayer, Jared Lloyd, Charles Taylor Jr., Eric Talley, Lorraine Cooper, and Pearl. Pearl's name is Pearl Christian, Jimmy Mast, and Dante Wright. Howard Kapner. All souls are with you, O Sovereign. So teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts into wisdom. And teach us to live wisely and unselfishly, courageously and fruitfully, in truth and in understanding, in love and in peace, so that our remembrance of them will be more than just mere moments of regret and remorse, but rather serve as a catalyst for noble and inspired living. And may the names of those whose memories we cherish be for blessing. And may we become worthy, so that those who come after us may likewise remember us for good. And may we bring honor to those who we cherish through our living, as we this day affectionately remember those who were unto us a blessing. Let us say, Amen. And we remember Rabbi Galit's friend Anne. Well, Chaverim Mishpacha, we have come to the end of our Maariv service this evening. Osundu, we also remember the COP, or is that CCP? Oh. Hello, Brian. Thank you for joining us. We have come to the end of our Maariv service this evening, and as always, it is an honor and a true blessing. Of course, Sim Shalom has Maariv services every weekday, Monday through Thursdays with JSLI rabbis, and of course Fridays Kabbalat Shabbat with Rabbi Steve Blaine. Till tomorrow night you have Rabbi Karen. I may be with you one other day this week, I'm not sure which one yet, so just to forewarn you, you may see me again. This week, if you are studying this week's Parsha, it's another twofer. We've got two Parshiot, Acharemot and Kidoshim. In a way, we kind of pick up from where we left off in Shemini a little bit, before we got into talking about the rules of kashrut. We kind of pick up where with Nadav and Avihu and Aaron and the Kohanim and kind of the rules of the road, so to speak, as part of their installation. But we also focus on the atonement part. And this is where we focus on, at least within Acharemot, we focus on the community role in atonement, being led by the high priest, and how instrumental that is, and the need for the community to atone its sins once in a year. All the priests, they have to atone. Everything atones once a year, and everything that comes with it. Certainly we'll be talking about that in Torah study on Sunday, but with atonement comes reckoning and reconciliation and forgiveness. All of those are themes under this concept of atoning and making things right, or making things whole, and having this opportunity to confess sins or wrongdoing. So I have to, this parsha is very interesting. And then it rolls into Kidoshim. And Kidoshim is the parsha of the Torah that is considered to be contain the center, the middle of the Torah. And it does start to speak to our core, if you will. This is where laws and mitzvot are just rattled off one after the other, including the Hafta l'reacha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself, and which is deemed to be the actual center spot of the Torah. But, we have all of these laws in here, and this is where it gets into all things. There you will find things that you will agree with and things you may not agree with in this parsha. And so, if you are studying the parshiot this week, I bid you great study. It is fascinating reading, and what's even more fascinating is, what our sages have to say about these two parshiot. So, this is a lot of context is in these two parshiot. So I bid you great study. I will continue to say that if any of you are aspiring and thinking in the back of your mind, I could be a rabbi or I could be a cantor. I've got experience, but just think you might need a little reinforcement one way or the other. Then if that's you, then I urge you to consider JSLI's J-Leap program. It's a Jewish learning enrichment program, kind of a prep for JSLI rabbinical or cantorial schools. So if you are aspiring and you want, or if you just want to kind of get a refresher at all, then I urge you to do the J-Leap program, or at least consider it. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Rabbi Steve or certainly Rabbi Karen. With that, let's see, we don't really have too many holidays in the immediate near future, short of Lag BaOmer, which will be coming up soon enough. And of course, Shavuot, which will also be coming up soon enough. We're already into the third week of the count. So, but please allow me to bless you with the threefold blessing as we go into our Monday evening or Tuesday, as the case may be. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Thank you all so very much. Siona, you just gave me an idea with that particular mitzvah, quoting that particular mitzvah. So, Erev Tov, Laila Tov, Shavua Tov. Please be safe, please be well, please be blessed. Most of all, please be a blessing. Please shine your light. Shine your light. I look forward to seeing you all soon again. I'm pretty certain I'll be here again with you all later this week. But God bless. Take care. I love you. Please stay safe and well. Take care. Good night.